Jared James here, and for all you broker owners out there, I want to give you 7 tips to recruit and retain the next generation of superstars. So the obvious question is, why is it important to recruit younger agents? Is it even necessary? Well, for number one, the NAR, the National Association of Realtors, said that the average age of a realtor right now is right at the 52 years of age. And so many brokers that I've spoken to from all over the country are worried about where their offices are going to be 5, 10, 15 years from now. And it's a concern that they should have. But one of the benefits of blending both the newer generation with the more experienced generation is that the more experienced generation, the more experienced agent, knows how things were done in the old school. They understand how to contact people and how to talk to people, okay? They might not necessarily understand all of today's technologies, but they understand that this is a contact business. And with the newer generation, the next generation of superstars, they're much more comfortable with today's technology. Do you realize that over 52% of the market right now is first-time home buyers? Do you realize that when polled, the high majority of them said that they would rather work with somebody closer to their age because they feel like they would understand their technology better and how they work better? And the average age of a first-time home buyer is right around 31, and that's actually decreasing. Here's what's actually happening. The average age of a buyer is decreasing, while the average age of an agent is increasing. So when you hear something like a buyer saying that they would rather work with somebody who is closer to age than them, we've got a conundrum here. We have a problem. So I want to talk to you about 7 ways that you can start to recruit and retain these next generation of superstars. Number 1, have a long-term plan in place and make them feel a part of it. Unfortunately, many of these people from the younger generation have come from households that have over a 50% divorce rate. And so what that means is many of them have abandonment issues, they don't trust many people, but they are very tribal. When you look at them, they hang out with the same people all the time, they do the same things. Once they connect with somebody, they're tribal. And that's why I say have a long-term plan in place and make them feel a part of it, because if you can start to get them involved in the office and make them feel a part of that office, that tribal instinct will start to work now for the benefit of your office. Second point, don't hire everyone. This generation likes to feel like they're a select few. You know, when I was in college, I went for an interview somewhere and it was this long process. There was a lot of people in the room. Then they brought us in one by one and they asked us a series of questions and made it very difficult. Why should I hire you and all these kinds of things. And in the end, they hired me. And so I called my mother and I called my girlfriend and I called these people. They hired me. But I was excited about that job and I committed to that job because I felt like I was a select few. You should do the same thing. Third, provide a more structured environment. Okay, many of these people are coming out of either a corporate atmosphere, have just gotten their degree and thought they were going to go into a corporate atmosphere, and many of them want a corporate atmosphere. Okay, so one of the things you want to do is provide a structured environment for them where they feel like they are going to work. Most of them don't want to be independent contractors. They want to know that they have a job, and this is one way you can do it. Next up, update your computers and technology in your office. This is crucial. Nothing is going to frustrate this next generation of superstars more than them being comfortable with today's technology and way of doing things than stepping into your office and not being able to work in the same manner. Next up, get involved on social media, okay? Over 50% of this generation, and this number is rising every single day, is involved on social media. And when they see you on social media, they feel like you're a part of the same place, okay? So get involved on social media. It's also one of the best ways to contact them. This generation to me is funny. I'm part of this generation. And you almost can't get them in person. You can't get them on the phone. But you send them a text message or something on Facebook and you get them immediately. So understand how they communicate and start to work in that manner. Next up, advertise on Craigslist, Facebook, and MySpace. These people are not looking in the local newspaper. This is not where you're going to find them. You know, when you go fishing, if there's fish over to the left, you don't throw your hook to the right because you might get a couple nibbles, but you won't get the fish you're looking for. The same principle applies here. This is where those people look. This is where you want to advertise. The 7th and last point is to get active in your local community and charities. When polled, 4 out of 5 people from this particular generation said that they were more apt to work for a company that was active in their local community and charities. And you want to know something even more important? 68% of them said that they wouldn't even work for a place that wasn't. So you're going to have double benefits here. Number 1, you're going to attract these agents that you want to attract for the long-term success of your brokerage. But number 2, you're going to help people in your community, so you're going to get double benefit. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to print this out and I want you to put it on your wall. And every day I want you to look at it and I want you to ask the question, am I doing something today that is going to make these agents feel comfortable in this office and want to work here?